Welcome to another episode of the American Beer Review Podcast.
Good times with good friends requires good beer. Lucky for us, we know how to pick all three.
We're a group of friends who grew up in the Pacific Northwest, giving us a jump start on our craft beer journey.
Join us today while Brian... I pride myself on not getting to know other people, so do not put that on me.
Alec. So the bananas up until like the 60s were an entirely different species of banana.
And Chad. It hit me like a wrecking ball.
Review some beer, talk about beer topics, and whatever else comes up. We invite you to pour yourself a drink and hang out with us.
Dale Jr.'s.
Because he was on Dale's podcast,
Yeah.
and he's talking about, so he sends him the link on eBay, and Amy's like, seriously? Really? You're going to put that in our house?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
so
then-
yeah, Dale's blowing up talking about it because he's like, somebody's like, oh, you got to add lights to it. He goes, yeah, because Amy did, already loved the idea of a 4-foot Titanic. Wait till I put on LED lighting.
But some intrepid Lego builder
Send
actually
it to him.
built a kit that goes with the Titanic set.
Oh, jeez.
And Dale tweeted it today, and he goes, "Oh, Amy's going to be so happy."
Willie B dropped the big hat.
He's not a big hat guy anymore?
Didn't wear it for Daytona.
Oh, that's right.
Man.
Thank God.
I think, big hat era is gone.
Listen, I hate
What started in baseball.
They need I think
No.
NASCAR needs to do the turnover change.
You sure did.
Where did I see it the very first time? I didn't think it was baseball, but
Isn't it? It came out of like the Doug Dimmadome shit, didn't it?
I don't
Don't know
know
who that
what
is.
you just said.
In sports, it was baseball because it was the Braves. And that's where Willie
Oh,
B
yeah,
got
that's
it. 'Cause
right,
he was
that's
a fan
right.
of the Braves. And then New Era, or
Braves
whoever
started
People that do it.
whoever the hat sponsors for
Oh,
MLB were like,
No.
nope, shut that down.
No, we have tissue paper pants to be making this year. We can't be dealing with big hats.
New Era doesn't make the pants.
Willie B and his...
Not anymore.
Between the Big Hat and the Liberty University.
Take sponsor money where you can get it.
I know.
So, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, happy birthday, Brian.
Yay!
Forgot my green today, I guess.
Well, good,
did
because
too.
I found a physically green beer.
oh.
I hope it's physically green.
You hope. Okay.
I'm
From
not excited about it, but go
from
ahead.
Hoosier Brewing, first up, we're gonna have the Swamp Creature Fruit Fusion Fruited Sour with pistachios, and then later in the episode, we're gonna be cracking open Riot and Vermont IPA from Prison City Brewing. But let's rip the Band-Aid off this bitch.
I suppose I have to be somewhat
Does it say roll?
thankful
not.
that
Okay.
you didn't decide that you're like, haha, green
Oh,
beer,
it does say roll
pickles. Because I would have probably just left.
If pickle beer was in season when we planned this, sure as shorts there'd be a pickle beer.
So yeah,
But
it is.
But don't you worry, Boo. I got you.
I know.
I got you one coming probably for this summer.
I hate you already.
You can plan your next food poisoning.
Yeah,
Ouch.
you know what? There is not a bad idea.
So it does say roll gently. I spoke too soon. So it has been rolled gently now.
I was like, did you roll it?
just
He's
did,
like,
yep.
it says to roll. I'm going to open it, but
Does that
it
mean
says...
you speak sweet nothings into its ear while you pour it? Okay. Well,
Okay, that's.
Okay.
I'm going to top you off
Okay.
extra, right? This
Yeah,
one's
yeah.
going to Brian.
no, this one's going to me.
Okay. So Fruit Fusion.
Okay.
This,
It's a little green. Okay.
this is their Swamp Creature.
Is that what it's called?
Yep. A pistachio lime soft serve. And it is. Oh, there's chunks in it. There's chunks in it.
Oh boy.
Brian's got an even greener one. And maybe I needed to roll a
yeah,
little bit
you
less
give-
gently.
give it
I'm
a
scared.
zhuzh.
I'm
Oh,
scared
give it
for
a
what I
zhuzh.
got.
I
Give it a
hate
zhuzh.
you.
You got to top
Oh,
me
oh
off.
no, no,
much
it's
already.
coming out. Oh, there's pieces coming in. Ooh.
Oh yeah, baby! Happy St. Patrick's Day.
So it is.
What? St. Patrick's Day isn't complete without chunky fluids showing up unexpectedly.
Look at yours next to mine.
Listen,
so first
I
pour
got-
versus.
I got told that I
Oof.
can't do
Oh yeah, there it is.
the drop shots
There,
anymore.
there it is.
Oh.
There it is. Oh, okay. There, yeah,
God,
you
why
guys.
is it like flaking on the top?
There were flakes in there, and I don't know if that's pistachio. From I think you said Hoosier Brewing Company.
Let Let me guess. They're from Indiana.
What I was surprised is, I mean, yes. Obviously, right?
Yes.
But founded in 2015,
Ah, shit.
I
off the
was
rails.
Do you need me to go get you a paper
No,
towel?
no, we're good.
I was surprised that name was still available.
Oh, yeah.
In 2015, like nobody
Yeah.
had taken.
Hoosier Brewing.
Yeah, Hoosier
Yeah.
Brewing Company.
Okay, I'm gonna clean my mess. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Can't take him anywhere. You know what? This is why we don't go out on St. Patrick's Day anymore.
So, no, this is a green beer.
It is a green beer.
This one's not currently in their rotation. I think it had 5.5%. It was originally just their. They didn't have Swamp Creature. Swamp Creature is the name they brought back for it, based on what it looks like. But it was just a pistachio, lime, and soft serve ice cream beer.
Yeah, it
Kind
does
of
say now known as the
Swamp
Swamp Creature.
Yep.
Oh, some of these pictures, man, they're even greener than ours.
Oh, there's more chunk in here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did not. Oh, God, you did not.
Yeah, it's
Well, that's
no,
a pint
Yeah.
versus pouring it into
Yeah.
I
these.
mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
Holy Toledo.
But there's definitely
Oh, dude.
there's definitely pistachio in it.
Dude, look at this flight of colorful beers.
Oh no, that one you might just go lightest to darkest. It doesn't matter.
You know what? That one you might. Oh, God.
I'm trying to think. So yeah, it was surprising they still had it.
Somebody
And then
give their thing. Yeah, it's you. There we go. We're good.
There's no way that's the same beer, though.
if you poured it without rolling it, that's what we
Maybe.
would get.
Maybe.
That, so I would recommend at home, not a gentle roll.
A little more
Yeah,
than
not
gentle.
a shake, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
little bit more vigorous roll.
Do a couple upside downs.
like I said, if you were pouring this whole thing into a glass,
Yeah, it would sort itself out.
okay, that is. I'm
It's
trying to
not-
think of what color green that is because it's
Yeah, it is.
not like
So it's not.
It's not
bi-
St. Patrick's green.
No.
It's bile green.
I was gonna say garbage water green.
Like I would not swim in water. This
No.
color.
No.
I mean, it's
this is like what they do.
the
to
smell
Chicago.
is not.
It's not
bad.
shit. No
it's pistachio green, which
Is it? What is that smell?
pistachios.
Is that?
And then
I would never have thought to put pistachio and lime together.
No, there. It's a smell I recognize though, but
I've
it's
smelled
like
it before too. I can't
I
put
can't.
my finger on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't tell whether that works or
I haven't drank it yet.
It's
I don't know.
It's different. It's different.
Like, God, I hate you all so much.
This grip it and rip it.
it's not.
It's like
Good.
this. It's like the spicy pickle monster. It's like it.
No,
No.
no.
Do you know what this reminds me of? The Powerade beer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where it's like, so like, you know that there is this like flavor they're trying for, but it almost feels like there's a little bit of like an
thickness?
artificially
might as well.
like. Oh God! Oh God!
So without the lime,
It
it
keeps
would
getting greener.
it would go like a melted pistachio ice cream, which is what they're
Yeah,
going for,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
that lime little tartness on the end.
Yeah.
The lime's almost in there instead of hot. Like it needs a little bite in there somewhere, and lime's green.
I'm so confused.
So am I.
I mean, I'm sure they didn't set out to make a green St. Patrick's Day beer, but they probably sell a ton of it today.
See, so here though, we should have done an Easter episode and had their chubby bunny
still have time.
raspberry macadamia and chocolate.
We still have time.
The problem was, if we were going to do an Easter episode, you would not be here because then we would pretend you were dead, and then you showed back up for the Easter episode.
Well, and Easter is
Because we are starting a cult.
a week and a half away.
They did. Okay, I like this brewery. I like the ideas
Oh, yeah.
of what they're doing. They got a pie face peach cobbler.
Yeah.
They did a black IPA / Cascadian Dark Ale collab. So, like, I like what they're doing. They're a nano brewery, which to me is, like, kind of interesting that, like, they have a lot of beers listed, but you said, what, 2015? So,
2015.
coming up on 10 years. So, like,
But I don't know
but
how.
they're really, they're heavy in the smoothie, sour, pastry, like, fruited sour
Yeah,
game.
and if you look at their offering roll, the fruit purple punch, we may be trying that at a later date.
I would have much limoncello beer. I would like
sounds
that one.
good.
Yeah.
And I don't know how up to date their website is because that's where I was looking, because they have a distillery coming to their facility in 2020. So I don't know whether that just got put on.
It's another brewery
Hold.
that's busy making beer.
That's a tough time because
That's
there
what I'm
very
saying.
well may have been
Briefly.
specific plans for this happening. There are approximately 389 other beers that this brewery has made
Okay.
that I would have liked to have tried before this one.
But are they green?
No, probably
Yeah.
not.
You get more props drinking this on St. Patrick's Day than you do for Bud Light and food coloring.
I'll give you that.
I'm not going to have more than a pint.
Of this? I don't think I'm getting to a pint. Actually, I'm really trying to think. I have to have had green beer.
Oh, you
At
hung
some
out with
point.
me in our early 20s. We had green beer at one point.
I homebrewed beer and added enough food coloring to make it green before.
I don't know that I'm picking. Actually, I think
You didn't go beer snob that fast.
No, but I'm thinking. I don't think you were there, but I'm picturing. There's like one. I remember one kind of divey bar, kind of north of Fremont. That's like was next to an old McMiniman's that's no longer there, and I feel like I had a pitcher of green beer there. I vaguely remember that. This is. It's again.
Unique.
I'm just.
It's
I'm
unique.
not a. I will take pistachio, I suppose, over pickles. It's just not my like. It's not a flavor I'm out seeking.
Yeah.
That is some green ass beer though. Like
I wonder what their Bigfoot fruit fusion is.
they have one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's see
This
what
is,
I can
if
find
this
here.
is the
Bigfoot. Is that what you said?
yeah, if this is the swamp creature, what's
Yeah,
their?
I think there is
It's their northwest
a
fruited.
cryptid line.
Yeah.
Bigfoot Fruit
Beverages.
Fusion says sour ale with blackberry, raspberry, and soft serve ice
Okay,
cream.
so now
See?
that sounds infinitely better.
Well, we'll continue.
But it's not green.
We're gonna table the discussion for close to the end of the episode, but
Okay, so let's talk about this flavor then. Let's talk about the actual beer. We're not going to rank it, although
Yeah.
I think like
I think we all.
anybody who's paid attention knows how I'm going to feel about this one. And again, this is the problem. This is what I feel bad about. Hoosier Brewing. You made a very fine beer. You did something funky. You
Yep.
did something different. That's great.
Not
Bro.
all flavors work.
No.
I'd
There
actually-
might be some people who are very into this.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like some jerks who just keep thinking that pickle beer is good.
I think if you liked pistachio ice cream, which is one that I will avoid.
This is a slam dunk if you are a pistachio ice cream fan.
I think you're right. And their phrasing on the like Untapped, it's back, a crowd favorite, and one of ours as well. And I'm just like, I don't like that crowd.
They don't have much to do in Indiana.
They got a lot of other great beers.
I'm saying pistachio ice cream. That
Hoosier, can you get me some Bigfoot, please? Send me something of yours. I love Indiana. I'm gonna try to talk these guys going to the Indy 500.
the can art's pretty cool. I'd love to
Can
see
art
the
is
pick
pretty
art.
cool. It is kind of funky, yes. Like
This
good
may-
picture, good like.
This was a can art buy.
Well, and
You didn't even know it was green.
I needed a St. Patrick's Day themed beer, and I saw Swamp Creature
which is,
Fruit Fusion. So I went, hey, it could be
Assumed?
green.
I will tell you, I appreciate that it wasn't like this year's. Well, number one, it snuck up on me, which means I'm getting old. Number two, I appreciate that it wasn't like, hey, can you go to Total Wine and see what kind of Irish
Oh, right.
stuff you can find?
Yes.
Because that can only be done so many times.
That being said, if you didn't know this was green,
That's what I was gonna say. If you crack that can, even
hey
I
man,
mean,
keg's bad. Keg went sour
Yeah.
at some point.
well, and especially if just like God, if you just have some of these, and somebody's like, hey, what, like I just did in your beer fridge. Hey, what do you got? What's available in there? And you're like, oh, you should check out the Swamp Creature. And I'm too dumb to read what's on there, and I just crack it and start. And you have to have secretly rolled it though, because otherwise
Yeah.
it kind of ruins the thing. But like if you crack this and pour it, and you're just like, bro.
So back to our like choosing beers by numbers before you even got there. Like if the server comes out
Yes.
with this, you'd go turn that right back around.
I was just telling somebody the story of that. I'm trying to remember, like, I feel like I was at a brewery or doing something, but I was talking about, like, explaining the idea of the auto order. That just, we know that there is X amount of beers with a number. You just If I ordered a 7 and I roll into the restaurant and sit down and a beer this color is sitting in front of me,
be giggling.
oh my god! The fact that as soon as it came out, especially if it comes out before I show up, guys would have just been like,
I would
recording.
specifically ask them to bring it after you showed up. Just have it on deck. I'm gonna flag you to bring it to the table.
well, and you know that because like we got to be known of doing that. Like the few servers knew.
I don't think they were supposed to. Not gonna out. You're not supposed to bring one dude 4 pints of beer.
I don't think one ever ordered. I think there was always at least 2 people.
Possibly.
But I will say, like,
regardless, somebody was ordering beers for 4 people before.
Correct.
Everyone got there.
But I feel like somebody goes, like, if you're just like turn to the server and you're like, "Hey, I'd like a number 7."
She's got to go. Hey,
She's gonna go, "Do you know what that is?" Like, there's gotta be something where he whoever doesn't just like, "Are you sure?"
I think they did catch us a couple times, and it wasn't like something like this, but it was
I got
"Hey, I'll
caught
take."
on like an imperial.
There you go. And that's where it was.
Oh,
Hey man, you guys realize that's 12.5%? No, I did not. Add one number to that, please. I will.
yeah. I think to me, I always thought they like it's when we just got lazy and it was like, "Oh, I'll take a number 3," and they're like, "That's Coors Light."
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Did I stutter? But they also did the fun thing where they rotated the numbers. It wasn't just like number 1 is always.
There were a few that you knew were like. I feel like the macros were always the
1, 2, 3, 4 were always that.
and then there was like
The higher numbers tended to be like the Imperials. And
and then there was like always like a Guinness or something that was in like a singular
But it was
spot.
but they had like 12 taps. So I mean,
At
there
least.
there were 10
I think
random
they had more
numbers
than
you could pick.
Yeah. We need a place like that just to be able to go and do that again.
Yeah, it's called my beer fridge. Just
Wow.
go in and
just number them all.
go in and grab a green.
I am sipping on it. I am like it's an acquired like taste. It's just not like
This is an experience. This is
yeah.
I think this is a beer.
Do you want to top off?
New.
I already topped off.
I
got more words for this later on, but
if this would have been the first Drecker though.
Oh, we might not have gone back for a second one.
Yeah. And again, I feel bad, but like.
But we have that.
It's just not me.
But we have that experience built in, going through all these weird beers now. This was.
It's growing on me. It definitely feels like a little bit like it is like a melted ice cream.
And that sweetness ice cream along with the lime. Kind of.
And maybe it's like more the lime and then like hint of pistachio. Mm-hmm. That it's almost like a lime ice cream with like a little bit of something else.
If there was a touch more lime, to take that earthiness of the pistachio out, I think this would be a better sip. But also, we had some overwhelming flavors a little bit ago on the last episode we recorded. I think that's kind of interfering with this flavor.
This is a pretty overwhelming flavor too.
Yeah. There's
It is something.
All right, I'm going to segue in between here. Move some things around. So
I have no idea what we're doing today, other than
no, that's good. You just buckle up, hold on for the ride.
Are we going to talk about the beer ingredients?
Yep, beer ingredients. So this has some weird ingredients in it.
I would assume so.
It's
pistachios.
A lot of people today are putting a weird ingredient and food coloring into their beer.
Yeah.
But I got a list of, I think it's the top 10 weirdest ingredients you would ever put, or that were ever put into beer. Did you pull this one up?
No.
All right, I'll read them to you.
I'm not, because to me, I'm like, bro, I can think of some pretty weird stuff. I'm going to start with, if a pickle ain't on your damn list.
So, to preface, I would probably only drink 2 of these beers. Okay. The rest of them sound downright vile.
Okay, so that's my question.
So me and Brian will go drink or not drink on these.
There you go.
Yes. Is it beer with the singular ingredient, or like because like
They're
when you
highlighting-
talk about one of those Drecker beers, it's got 5 adjuncty things. Are these like pistachio is the main thing?
Is the weird thing. So
Okay.
they're highlighting the one weird
of the whole beer.
beer. So first one, Dogfish Head Brewery beer for breakfast with Scrapple.
Why do I know that name?
Scrapple is a breakfast-style patty made with pork scraps, cornmeal, and spices.
Nope. Nope. I don't know if I'd drink. I would. You know what?
Next.
I'd rather have pistachio beer.
Next.
Would you even try it?
No.
Not the pork chips and...
God damn it. Yeah, I would.
That's just like. So like, but that's the thing. Like, if I'm going to, like, if I'm there,
I'm gonna try it. Am I gonna drink it? I can't guarantee I'm gonna drink it.
Don't give me more than a fight.
no. I want the like, and they're gonna not want to do this, but like, give me the like, I might buy this pour, not the flight pour.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I want of that.
All right, well then how about Carton Brewing Company's Digger with clams?
Nope.
Yeah, I'll do
A
that.
salted pale ale brewed with clams and lemongrass.
It's like an oyster stout.
There's a lot to do that. I'm not into it.
Or clamato. I mean,
Yeah.
clams go into things, not something that I'm interested
No.
in. This one I'd be more inclined to try, though.
Be a nice briny flavor to
This
it.
one is a hard pass for me.
The next one, you mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh God, I like can't get this flavor out of my mouth.
Wincoop Brewing Company. Rocky Mountain Oyster Stout.
Oh, I've been there.
Did you drink the Rocky Mountain Oyster Stout with bull testicles in it?
I think
No.
I've had a Rocky Mountain stout before, way back in the day.
Did they not tell you that there were bull testicles in it?
Oh, I know a Rocky Mountain.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
Let's see here. Rocky.
This is part of their, not surprisingly, even smaller batch series
Ooh, the amount of stuff that. Oh, Rocky Mountain Oyster Stout? Is that what you said?
from Wincoop.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the first that shows up when you search it.
That might have been the one I drank all those years ago.
Chad.
Did you check it in?
Chad.
I checked it in, didn't I? Fuck yes.
All right. So then that's a yes.
Dude, you gave it 4.5 stars. Or caps.
Ew.
Chad.
What was the tasting notes?
Oh, you wrote it down.
Did I write a paragraph?
Here you go. You ready?
Yes, please.
Big ballsy stout
Oh.
with loads of flavor.
There you go. That's what you were going for.
You earned. I'm trying to pull this up. You earned the newbie badge. This may have been
That was
the
probably my first on tap.
your first and only check-in.
I did re-log in, so you
It
guys
said-
start seeing some untapped.
It said 2 people, 2 of my friends, have checked in this beer, and Chad. It is
Well, I'll drink it.
Chad. It is your
apparently.
first beer. Almost checked in on Untapped almost 10 years ago.
I love it when a plan comes together.
May 21st, 2014. Chad checked in that beer.
All right.
Man.
How about one coming from the same region
job,
of
me.
the animal? Free Will Brewing. Kopi.
Oh, sorry, what?
Another ingredient coming from
No.
the same region.
Okay, but Free Will Brewing?
Free Will Brewing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not Free Willy. No whales.
Yes, thank you.
Free Will Brewing. Kopi Luwak. Vanilla Ralpheus. Whatever. Kopi Luwak. You know what that is? That's the coffee beans that they feed to like the rat things, and they eat them, and then they
they
shit
poop
them
'em
out,
out?
and
Yeah.
then you make coffee with it.
Yeah.
They made a beer with that.
I hate people.
They cleaned it. They cleaned it and boiled it.
I hate them all so much.
I'll try it.
Okay.
Nope.
No, I'm staying away from that.
Nope.
I checked in the bull testicle beer at 4.5.
Chad, I'm so proud of you. Literally, the
can't-
only other person that I have that checked that in gave it a 2.5.
That's a 5. That's a 6 cap description though.
Oh, yeah.
So this next beer's gonna be good. We've had a couple of them from Evil Twin Brewing.
Yep.
This is their Big Ass Money Stout. So ingredients, I lied. This one has 2 weird ingredients: frozen pizza
Okay.
and Norwegian currency.
I'm going to try that one.
Explain.
I don't know. Brewed with frozen ham and pepper pizza from Norwegian brand and with real Norwegian kroner added post fermentation. So there's Norwegian money, and it's a Norwegian pizza that is fermented into a beer.
I'm gonna try that one.
I'll try it. I'll try it.
I'm going back. Sorry, I'm stuck on the Rocky Mountain Oyster. Listen to this description. Wincoop's rule-breaking and uniquely indigenous foreign style stout, made with Colorado-based malts, roasted barley, 7 specialty grains, Styrian Golding hops, and freshly sliced and roasted bull testicles, aka Rocky Mountain oysters. Deep flavors of chocolate, coffee, roasted grains, and nuts. Yes, nuts. 3 balls per barrel.
Ugh. I guess it's not that much.
Don't fall my beer, bro.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Stillwater
Ooh.
Artisanal
they're,
General
They're here now.
Gosa. Brewed with MSG.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll try it.
I can't figure what...
So he
That would actually add probably a little umami to your beer.
is now he still does Stillwater Artisanal. He's now also the head brewer for Talking Cedars, the
Yes.
one in Chehalis.
Yeah, we've talked about them. Sheep's Brewing Company, Nimble Lips, Noble Tongue, Volume 3, with
I feel like I know what's in that.
Got an idea.
Squid Ink.
Not what I thought.
No. Well, good, because we've got a Squid Ink coming up in a few
I was
episodes.
going to say, we're going to try one.
Yeah.
So
I would try that one.
this one is 100% try. Bolero Snort Brewery, Rainbow, made with Skittles.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
mean, that one's...
How is that weird?
Well,
That sounds awesome.
I mean,
It's probably weird. when
we're
they
very
brought it.
cultured with
Yes,
putting Sour
yes,
Patch Kids
yes.
and...
Which I'm going to take that beer. Remind me.
Yeah.
This is a hard pass. Dock Street Brewing Company. It's their Walker with roasted goat brains.
Where did I...
Dock Streetwalker. Probably no. It's probably a no for me.
Oh, wait a second.
Okay, did you check this one in
Has
too,
a
Chad?
sinister bloody hue
Dock.
and the
Street.
roasted goat brains for subtle notes of smoke, I guess.
It's called Walker.
Walker.
Okay, so there's 2 different versions.
This one has goat brains in it.
Yeah, ale brewed with roasted goat brains and cranberries. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know about meats in my beers in any format. Not really something.
I don't. Oh, dude, yeah. It's like a zombie guy on the picture.
I figured a Walker,
Yeah.
but I am not a zombie and I do not desire brains.
Unless it's brains.
Stand corrected, but not like actual physical brains. Do not want to eat them.
Yeah.
Unless I'm Ray Liotta eating my own. And
Out of Philly. No, thank you.
last one from Rogue.
Okay.
So maybe you've heard of it.
Maybe I've heard of Rogue.
I know you've heard of Rogue.
Oh, good.
Is this the beer yeast beer?
Yep. Beard beer.
Beer? Yeah.
What?
Yeast cultured from beard hair. Right?
What's the name of the beer?
Beard beer.
Beard beer.
Yes.
Yeah, they grab the yeast out of one of the.
Do they spell it like a beard?
Beard,
Or do they
yes.
spell it like beer with a D?
No, beer is spelled like beer, and beard is spelled like the one on your face.
And they were doing that back in the blog days even.
No longer in production.
To be fair,
To be fair.
he sent like 9 hairs down to White Labs, and they cultured it. So it's not like he's putting his hair into the whatever.
Yeah, they actually cultured.
Open fermentator. Oh, open fermenter.
Ingredients. Grain, Munich, Wireman Pills, C15, hops, Sterling, other, beard yeast, and free-range coastal water. # beard beer. Yeah, they don't make it anymore.
Yeah, that one just.
Someone's buying from, man, how long has your Total Wine had this that you just bought it? Oh, 8 years ago. Okay. So what? I went probably more...
You were like 50-50.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It probably was about 50-50, actually. But, I mean, on the upsides, if you do a beard beer, your face goes on the beer, apparently.
Oh, you can make your own now?
No, like,
That's the dude.
that's the dude.
Yeah.
No. Huh. Yeah, I was about 50-50. And some of those, I mean, come on, Skittles?
Easy. Slam
Come
dunk.
on. Come on.
Yeah. No, there's a few.
Yeah, I think mostly avoiding the meats.
The meats, and I know that coffee's supposed to be good. I don't want anything that a cat's...
No.
I don't want to eat anything that somebody's pooped out.
No. So yeah, like the stuff that pertained to people's bodies was pretty much everything that I avoided.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other ones, like,
I'll give it a shot, maybe. Eh.
I
wasn't a pickle beer on there.
no. I will try some Pizza Money beer. If you told
I'm
me this
intrigued.
beer, you could go anywhere and you're like, yeah, there's like pizza and money in this beer, and I'd be like,
Well, because you see a lot of like the pizza themed beers or like pizza flavored beer, but like no, we like blended up a pizza
what up a pizza
and put it in the fermenter.
threw some Kroners in there.
Right? The money. Yeah, that sounds like a bet.
I was going down a rabbit hole on the goat brain beer.
Okay.
Because I think another podcast might have just reviewed that. Oh, I'll link it later.
Is it the Canadians?
Yeah, it's our friends.
They eat weird things up there.
You gotta see.
You know,
Well, we'll throw a shout out if that is indeed the actual beer they did, because then they tasted it and we didn't have to.
There you go.
you know why?
Shout out Brews and Bros.
Because I won't. Because if you showed up with that,
I don't.
That or a pickle beer?
I think we'd be back to a duo if I did that.
I don't want to say this because you're going to be like, well, now we're just going to do pickle beers. We're now the American pickle beer review. Like, no. But
It's tough to find pickle beers.
good. Good.
The Walker, that would be like one that you would have and you would say, haha, it's got goat brains in it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat it or drink it, I mean. Or maybe you have to chew it. That'd
Well,
be
I would
gross.
say, at what point do you like,
It's a novelty.
or are you like already pretty S-faced and all of a sudden you're like, guys, is it time?
Ooh.
Guys, we're going to do...
I mean,
No, that's one that is.
well, those days have come and gone.
Yeah,
I also would never have bought it. Nothing about it would be even as a haha to have on my frickin' shelf. Because you know it's not going to be cheap
I was going to
either.
say, 'cause you know it's going to be spendy.
Yeah, hell to the no.
All right.
That's a drink on site.
How about...
No.
I don't want goat brains sitting in a can.
Which one did I say I would do the little guy of? The like teeny tiny?
Wasn't it the bowl balls?
No,
I don't know.
it was before that. I don't think even the goat brains I'm doing.
No, I'm gonna avoid that one. That would be one that you
But
would order.
again,
You would order.
you're gonna
and just-
order on the damn number thing, or like I did it. Was it with you guys? Or I did it in Buckley, where I just ordered
the
based on
jalapeno
the
beer, yeah.
name,
Yeah,
and I got
and you
the
got the jalapeno
stupid
beer.
volcano jalapeno beer.
Oh,
Up at
yeah, that
Elkhead,
was
yeah.
a while ago. Yeah.
God, Elkhead, yeah, thank you.
All right.
Moving forward.
Now to a beer that we would like all the ingredients in.
Do I know that?
Yeah. So this is from Prison City Brewing, out of Auburn, New York.
Oh, there's a lot going on in that name.
Let me see if I got the. Nope, I got multiple. This is their Riot in Vermont, loaded with Citra and Mosaic hops and fermented with Vermont ale yeast. Nice balance between the big imperial juice notes and slight bitterness on the finish. So more of a.
They have
Bit of a mea culpa, because I didn't know if the pistachio beer was gonna
They have a lot of riots.
turn out.
Yeah, so it's like a Riot series, and I think it's where they're getting either the hops or an ingredient or something from.
Riot and Santa Rosa.
Well, and then they have a double dry hopped Riot series.
Riot IPA, Mass Riot with mango, Riot Down Under. That's probably a Aussie hops. Quiet Riot,
Did they use
Awesome.
Fernanda yeast on that?
Riot in Maine, Riot in 29, DDH Mass Riot. All right, so this is Vermont.
This is Riot in Vermont, yeah, at 7.2%.
Got it.
So Prison City, I had to look into.
Oh. Do you have the descriptor of this beer real quick, or a little background? Because I have it.
I just have the what went into it.
Okay, so an ode to the state that helped birth the original New England style IPA. Loaded with Citra and Mosaic hops and fermented with Vermont ale yeast,
Yep.
lends a nice balance between tropical juice and a slight bitterness to finish. Because also, I will say, not
Not
a New
hazy.
England IPA.
No.
And they're not categorizing it as that.
Nope.
They're categorizing it straight. So it's just an ode to them. Hey, thanks for the.
Straight up IPA.
They are calling it a hazy New England IPA in the can.
They should not do that.
So yeah, the can does say New England IPA,
Untapped does not. This.
which I would usually, but the can that I poured it out of says hazy.
I
They
will.
may have been schooled and changed their mind.
You know what? I will riot over that. Ooh. It's like got a little earthy kind of something to it in the aroma, but not like a piney. It's not like our kind of.
I have a descriptor for it, but it's not very flattering.
You know, sometimes it's actually okay. Been listening to
I got a
podcasts like
palate.
so.
Sweaty armpit.
There is a little like, it's almost
It's-
like a funk.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dank resinous. It's just-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that smell does not
No.
taste like that. This is
Ooh.
very bright.
It's
Very loud. It's loud. This is a loud beer.
Yeah, the aroma is loud. And I will say the flavor is kind of like a punchy. Like it does kind of hit you. You're not like,
It's not a hazy.
no.
This
It's
is
not a hazy flavor.
Well, and it's also not a New England.
Yeah.
That one, the freaking triple from a few episodes ago,
Yeah.
where I literally could not see you
Yeah.
through the beer.
Yeah.
Like,
this feels more like a West Coast.
Like an IPA. Or like this
It's
is
not as the back end is not bitter
Yeah,
enough for
yeah,
that. The front end is very bright.
But it's that,
floral
like-
and fruity.
resiny,
Yeah.
danky,
this is
like,
somebody in New York making a West Coast IPA.
but also like, yeah, a variation. I still would probably not call it like West Coast.
That's what I'm saying. This is somebody from the other side of the country
Yeah.
going, hey, this is our West Coast, and going, I see what you were going for.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it though.
I like it.
No. It's
This isn't
different
an
enough.
This is not a I can tell you, this is not a universal IPA.
No, and I think that's fine though. Like if you're doing different things, as long as you like, and this is where it comes down to like a little bit of the education of the consumer, where there needs to be that kind of like we've talked about before, but like if you're dumb enough to walk in and be like, hey, what's your like, give me the thing with the most IBUs, like. Bro,
you walked
that
into it, yeah.
can be literally anything. The flavor is going to be anything. And the same thing to walk in and just say, like, I drink IPAs, give me your IPA. Like, bro, that is also a wide range. Like, that it can be a variation of things. This is almost like a funky, like it's not a Brett, it's not a, like, wild ale style, but, like, there's some funkiness to this. There's a little bit of like weirdness but
It's like they recreated that funk with the hops.
mm-hmm.
They used the hops in a way that gave you, because you could do this beer with these hops in different methodologies and whatnot and get an entirely different flavor.
Yes,
and
I would agree.
They obviously, I like it.
I'm
Brian's going to wake up with a headache if you finish a can
Yeah,
of this, though.
it's unique. I can tell there's a lot of hops in it. It's very resonant.
I had a whole 16 ounces of IPA yesterday.
There you go.
Yeah, I had a little headache this morning. Or as we like to call it in my house, a touch of the flu.
Mm-hmm. So, Auburn, New York,
Yeah.
right? So
Why Prison City?
I had to do a little bit of digging.
Yes.
Nobody else calls it Prison City. I mean, but it is called Prison City. It was like one of the largest state penitentiaries built at the time, back in like the 18 somethings.
Okay.
And then they used that as the model. It's called the Auburn prison system. That was then
then
replicated
put other
across
places.
the country. So Auburn, our home city,
Mm-hmm.
was called
Slaughter.
Slaughter for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And then changed its name in like 1893, actually, because I did my research.
That's a lot of research.
1893. What Auburn were we named after? I have no idea. One of the Auburns on the East Coast, probably.
Not the Auburn in California.
I don't think so. I think they were like founded around the same time.
Yeah.
Auburn, New York could have been a possibility. site of the first electric chair execution in 1890. Did the people going, all right, you want to be called Slaughter? How about Auburn, where we electrocute
It's a little bit of
people?
like
Yeah.
yeah,
I have no
because
idea.
there's the old story of like what the woman not
Slaughterhouse?
feeling well on the
Train.
the train coming in, and they're like, we got to take her to the slaughterhouse. Like, maybe we should rethink the naming of our.
Yeah.
Because they named it after, was it a colonel or a sergeant?
I think something like
It was
Sergeant Slaughter or something like that.
Some
Yeah,
military. It was like, that's a sweet name.
I don't know. Sergeant Slaughter just sounds good. It's probably not real at all.
Just a wrestler.
Oh, that's why
Yeah,
it
it's
sounds
literally
okay.
But yes, probably a good idea to change the name.
I'm not mad about it. I do think like I would be happy if I'm getting a flight, and especially if there's like I happen to grab a couple of IPAs and there is this distinct flavor. This is a more distinct IPA than just like it's a juice bomb. Oh, it's a this. It's a da da da. It honestly,
It's going to stand out.
Yeah, I know I poo-pooed it earlier, but like of it being like a West Coast, but it really does kind of remind me of. It's been a while since I actually had it, so I feel bad about making this comparison, but it makes me think more of like Block 15 does one called Sticky Hands.
Okay.
Very resiny, very like, and so I can kind of see that like style of it. It'd be fascinating to know more so the thought process of someone going behind, like what it.
What were you aiming for?
Yeah.
What is the story you're trying to tell with this beer?
Yeah,
This is a sit and sip.
it is, and that's
This is
also
a
I
sip.
think
This
a
is-
little bit of why.
I'm ordering a 8-ouncer of this while I'm working on my flight.
Well, and if I ordered an IPA, what's your favorite IPA, and they handed me this, I'm not mad about it. You gave me exactly what I asked for.
Yeah.
You know, do all the notes hit where I would like them to, but I didn't specify a beer, so that's
Right,
on me.
right.
You hit in the range, and I could see how this might be their go-to IPA.
Yeah, there certainly is a key of that, like because it's not overly bitter,
No.
but it's not overly floral. It's not.
It's in a weird spot in the mouth for me. It's not on the tongue. It's not in the back. It's kind of in the middle of the
It's an
mouth.
unfamiliar
I think that's why I kind of like
place
it.
for
That's
us.
why I like the like.
where it's like what we said. Our palates were defined by how IPAs were made in the Northwest.
Yeah.
But I think it's a nice journey for us to take to get us out of the familiar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Not everything can be a slam dunk. And we've been on I feel like we've been on a incredible run with the podcast of every week we've had beers in like, oh yeah, this is
Except when we bring in a pickle for Brian.
or a pickle beer, but I think you're gonna run into these things. I think today these were both really well done beers.
Glasses are gone.
Yeah, everything's gonna be
or
finished,
almost.
but it's just I don't know if this is a flavor I want every day.
no. Can I see the can?
Yeah.
To me, it really is. There's a time and place.
I love the can too.
Yeah,
It's just super simple, but it's very
yeah.
So did you pick it
Unique.
because it's green and matches St. Patrick's Day, or because it's Prison City and there's a chance some of our listeners may end up in prison?
Yes,
the end of the
because I
night?
might have gotten rowdy in my earlier days.
There you go.
On St. Patty's Day, done some shenanigans, maybe close to an MIP here or there.
Topping off, so there you go.
There we go.
That
Not
speaks for
gonna
itself.
tell my St. Patty's Day stories. So
Till next year. Got to make it one more year.
other than
You survived them all.
Yeah,
I have so
survived.
far. Some of them it is questionable. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about like still gotta think of what I'm doing for this year. So we'll see.
Getting older.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That is.
You mean what you did, because that was 3 days ago.
Was it? Oh,
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude, come on. Continuity here.
Don't break the fourth wall.
Well, they know we don't. These release at 5 o'clock in the morning on the day of. They certainly know we're not
recording live.
doing it. We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
We're doing it live.
All right, you ready for one more beer news?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And this
Let's
one I feel
Big
like was a
send-off.
direct stab at us.
Uh oh.
Okay.
Why breweries are saying
Oh,
no
God.
to beer flights?
Yeah. Do you want me to go on my own little diatribe before you even read that article?
let me-
I
I'm just
want
gonna
you to give some of the
I'm gonna
quotable-
sum-
from
Oh, no.
whoever they interviewed.
But I already know. I already know because
they don't.
I know, but I have felt it. I am responsible. I'm guilty. I do feel bad. I just want to say that.
Glassware,
Yeah.
it's the wrong stuff. Volume, you can't get a full mouthfeel flavor out of a little taster.
That one I call BS on.
Palate contamination, because you're going, and this one actually is
Yes,
the most true. You're going
100%.
so many different types, lightest to darkest, right? Temperature and carbonation doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you're going to drink it just as fast as you would a pint.
Yeah.
To me,
Depending on if you have, some of them give too many.
well, it could be.
So if you're putting 8 on a flight, that if you're the type of person Chad I think was, our sixer at Odd Otter, where you are a finish each one person,
Oh, by the time you get to the last one,
by the time you're getting to the last one, you theoretically, if it's one that should not have been at a slightly warmer temperature, it's now been in 68, 70 degrees for X amount longer. So I get that.
And then the last couple are more on their side and not on actually anything to do with the beer, but logistics and service. It's a pain in the ass to serve you
It
a
is.
flight versus serving you a pint.
It happened to me recently. There was no line, and it was only a 4 of a flight. But like, talking through it with him and chatting and doing stuff, and then they go away and pour the flight,
And now there's a line.
and now there's a line. Whereas if I'm just asking for one, it kind of. So I do get that.
Pricing and profit falls in the same
Yeah.
thing. It's just
And that's where
Okay. Then the simple solution is raise the price.
no. So
Raise the price that makes sense, and then the flights are going to naturally disappear, and people will go, "I'll just buy a pint."
Or it's this one. So Stemma is the most recent flight that I had. Their flight varies based on what you get.
Yeah.
So like ordering the rum barrel aged Scotch ale is a different price point than the Mexican lager
Perfect.
in the
Perfect.
fight.
That-
And it is.
It should be.
And so that's the thing is like, because I've gone to places where they're like, hey, it's an $8 flight, and I'm like,
I'm putting all the bougie stuff.
$8 for like 4
Yeah.
5-ounce pours, like that's a freaking like, because I get to try at least 4 things, but still get about a pint.
so. I wonder if, and so flights have been around for as long as we've been drinking beers.
And they were, and I think early on they were a great way to please try everything. I
Yeah.
think a lot of places found out people just want to have, I want your lager, I want your IPA, give me a stout, but please try everything.
Well, more what I was thinking is with the discounted pricing is whenever flights were invented, somebody's going to say it was in the 1200s and whatever. But was it the people going, can I try that? Sure, here's your taster. Can I try that?
Yes.
Sure, here you go. Well, you just tried 6 beers. How
Yes.
about if I can actually charge you, give you a flight of
And
6
I will
beers?
say that is like, I will never, almost
for a
never
taster?
ask for a taster, but there are people who do that more, and to me, that is more of a pain in the ass.
I
than
would
doing
rather
it.
pay you. Yes, I want to pay you a fair price. please price the flight appropriately.
Yeah.
So that me ordering a flight isn't you rolling your eyes. Oh God, I gotta do another flight. Please make it worth your time.
Yeah, and there's some
And then I don't care.
variation.
But then if the flight all of a sudden it's cheaper for me to buy a pint of something I know that's safe, fine.
I
but
will pay a couple dollars extra for the ability to have variety,
Yes.
and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like I know Sig will do like a 4 5-ounce pours, and you're gonna pay like probably almost $18. But
Yeah.
I'm getting to try 4 different things, and usually I'm gonna make it worth my while to do that.
Yeah.
Cascades is just a tap room, and they price out your 5-ounce pours, and so you can literally see if
how
you
they all
wanted
stack
to
up.
what the pricing is going to be. So the flight's always going to be different. It's the same thing. It's like if I go to Peaks and Pints compared to buying a 4-pack somewhere of Tall Boys, I'm paying exponentially more to fill my 6-pack at Peaks than but yet if you showed me a 6-pack that cost that much of the same beer at the store, I would tell you GTFO. I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
But the fact that I got 6 different
Customize
beers,
it.
I'm more okay with that. I understand that difference. So to me, it's this balance. And I've even done it like with the flights. Like if there's a line, it's like, can you give me a piece of paper? I'm gonna sit here and look and do it. Help them.
Yeah.
Clear your line. Like
Get to me when you can.
I know I'm the.
I think I think the solution to a lot of the gripes from this one particular brewer.
There's a collection, but yeah.
It's almost part of that is also on the customer. I think there's a lot of people going in now into brewers at an older generation who they're starting to retire. Because I've noticed it. I've gone to a tap room or something. There's a lot more people with gray hair.
It's because we have gray hair now.
Dude, it's shaved. You can't tell.
I just got a haircut the other day. It's nice gray on the draped all over the ground.
You mean when my kids started calling me Sparkly Head?
Nice. They haven't started calling you Graybeard yet?
No.
But you've got maybe a little older generation of folks who have been working for the last 20 years. They're retiring and now all of a sudden going to these tap rooms going, shit, I just used to have Rainier or Henry Weinhard's. There's only 2 different flavors of beer. I want to try all this now. And I think it sucks if the attitude is, well, oh my God, I don't want to pour you a flight. That's fine. If you don't want to do that, how are you going to get people to try all your tasty beers? If you're a brewer and you want to expand it.
If you refuse to pour anything less than a pint, piss off.
Okay.
So it ties into the last point, which is the brand image. So this is a 27-year-old brewer and co-founder. I won't name him because somebody's money went behind that.
Yeah.
I think flights are a relic of a bygone era of the dadverse. What does Gen Z like? They don't like things their dad likes. Whatever my dad thought was cool in 2006 is not cool to me. So that's just a spiteful.
Yeah, it just seems
there was the air of attitude in this article of maybe you shouldn't own a brewery.
Well, they didn't pay for your brewery because if you're angry at customers.
If you're not going to offer, like, and I get, there's some places that don't offer flights. Yeah. And that's fine, and I'm okay with it.
Totally fine.
But, like, it also is, like, you need to then offer a schooner at least. You need to offer a smaller pour because, like, for me, I still might order 3. But, like, going into a place, like, I went to one in Bellingham, and it's like, I didn't even ask if they had a flight. I knew I was going to be there for X amount of time, and I just thought, you know what? I just want whatever your schooners, give me your less than a pint size. Mm-hmm. I usually say, like, do you have a half pint? And they give me whatever the closest is. And I can try 3 things. I'm going to pay for them all, and it's going to be fine, but, like, I also don't need the flight if I can do that sort of thing. And there are people who, like, a pint of almost anything
is enough. That's
it's more than they want. Yeah. Like, I'm fine with not having flights. I get it. I understand. And also, like, some of them, like, people go out of their way and spend way too much money on, like, the ridiculousness of, like, we have this tray to fit, like, and for others, like, hey, can I get a flight? Yeah, it's 8. Bro, I don't need 8.
I'll split it with my buddy.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cheap, but I won't remember what the first one tasted like.
No. So
just pour me.
But that's what I was going to say.
If you give me just 4 of these, that's perfect.
Sorry, and that's going back to
and this is also, give me 4 of these, and that's my beer for the night. I'm done.
That's the other thing too, is when they talked about it being like, well, there's not enough. If you're giving me 2-ounce pours, yeah, that's not enough. Like, that's but like.
But it's going to give me an idea, and then I'm going to order 16 or a schooner of it. That's what a taster is for.
4 to 5 ounces.
Yeah.
I'm getting the initials of it. If you're telling me, you have to have... Well, number one, you're not selling me a 13% Russian Imperial Stout in a pint anyways.
No.
So don't tell me that, like, there's not enough there for you to really...
You need to reach the bottom of your pint glass to get complex to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So, like... But being able to do 4 to 5 ounces, you can get the idea of the beer. You can get the full thing. And if you really want, you can take a full-ass mouthful of it and pound it to get that profile, if that's what
I'm not.
But like,
I'm not. You give me a pint, I'm not drinking more than 1 ounce at a time out of the pint. So a little 2-ounce taster is a sip. That's all I need. Is the flavor.
So even though it turned like more to the positive, the fruited sour swamp creature,
yes.
we only have that in pints. Then I'm not trying it, bro.
Sorry.
After the fact, you may be able to talk me into a pint of it, but no, we only have pints.
Sorry.
I'm not going to try it. You may have made a delicious beer, but I'm not taking the risk at 16 ounces on it.
No, it's not going to happen.
All right. I don't know. These are two so totally different beers. Not even just.
And I mean, this is kind of a special episode.
Swamp Creature was a perfect St. Patrick's Day.
It was. It was funny. It's silly.
Bright green.
It got a little better by the end of it. I'm telling you, Hoosier Brewing, I would love to have something else.
Yeah.
I'm never trying that one again.
So in about a month, we're gonna have another Hoosier Brewing.
Oh.
Their Roll the Fruit. It's on there. You can find it. Roll the Fruit. Kind of marijuana themed, so it might
Purple
be
Kush.
Yeah, it might be the review for our 420 episode.
Oh, I heard you say something about that. Hoosier, it was called what?
Roll the Fruit. Yeah. Purple label.
Oh, okay. There's a bunch. That's a style though.
Yeah,
so
Roll the Fruit.
There's a
Purple
banana
Punch.
split, mango
Punch.
kush. You didn't get the mango kush one?
They did not have that at time of me building my crate, unfortunately.
Purple punch.
Purple Punch.
That's the
Purple
one.
Punch?
Purple Punch.
Be interested to see.
In
It's
about
probably purple.
I would hope so. In about a month, we'll be cracking the seal on that one.
All of these brews in this series are based on popular cannabis strains.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
All 420 episode.
Huh. All right.
Thoughts on?
Same thing on
Okay.
I'm gonna echo on the Fruit Fusion. It's a pistachio beer. It's
Yep.
green. I'm glad I had it. I've got that flavor bank now. That is a one-time special event beer.
Oh yeah.
And then the Prison City, Riot in Vermont. It's grown on me.
Oh,
But this is that is one. Sometimes it's a little disservice for us because we sit and do a quick taster. I've had like half of it sitting in the glass while we sat and talked through the list and everything, and it that resinous nature kind of grew on me. So I'd beer fridge that.
Okay.
I'd beer fridge it.
It is one that, especially now that I know the flavor, there's a time and place where that's the one that I want compared to like a more
Piney
piney
over the top,
West
yeah.
Coast or a hazy. Like, I wouldn't be mad about that being in a rotation of something. Like, to me, maybe there's like a season that you just gotta find that fit for it.
Yes.
But
yeah.
if that's in like somehow a rotating IPA series or something.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what that Riot series is all about.
Yeah,
and
it'd
what
be-
story is this trying to tell? And
That
is
would be the next thing too. Is like, trying another one, trying a different style of it.
I following them. I want to wait till we get out. I think they're gonna, fingers crossed, they do one with some hops we haven't seen lately, because Citra and Mosaic.
Yeah.
Is that what they used in that?
Yeah.
So
Which I would not have picked.
still-
yeah.
No.
I could not. You could not tell me that was. I could not pick up any of the Citra. So it's very interesting that they
I
did those
wonder
two
how much
hops.
is the yeast. Because they talked about it
Yeah.
being, there was like a thing
Vermont
about it
ale
being,
yeast.
that I wonder
so
if
I think
that's.
I think a lot of is coming from that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm part of my IPA
Mm-hmm.
search now is let's find some hops that we haven't seen, because it felt like last year it was the
Citra.
year of Citra, Mosaic, Nectaron. We go to Iron Horse and he's like, oh, here's our palette of Nectaron. I was like, oh, can't escape it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be kind of my thing, but it's not a bad St. Patrick's.
No.
If I had
No.
those two, I had these two beers on St. Patrick's Day, because it's totally St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing my beer shirt.
Gonna have to wash it before St. Patrick's Day.
I have an Irish beer shirt.
I have a beer shirt. All right. Anything to add on either of these beers?
No.
Yeah, I think we've talked them out.
Yeah, green beer. We did it.
What?
Way better than Bud Light for a green beer on
Yeah,
a craft
I'm
beer
not-
review podcast.
Not mad about it.
Well, we did American beers this time. Last time I think I found all like European versions of Irish beers.
An English Irish beer.
I think last time,
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, our glasses are empty. Hopefully yours are too. Catch you next time.
If you've enjoyed what you just heard, make sure you subscribe to get new episodes when they drop, and don't forget to leave us a review. If you want to see what we're drinking when we're not on the pod, you can follow us on social media at A Beer Review. Feel free to send us any beer suggestions that we can make Chad go buy off of Tavour.